Creativity is anything you make it, honestly. I feel like expression can be expressed in pretty much any way you want. It could be cooking, it could be music, it could be making clothes, it could be dancing, it could be sports. I feel like creativity is found within yourself rather than what you do. So, for example, I make music, I make clothes, I design things, and I guess it just comes purely from like the emotions I'm feeling at the time. So, if I'm feeling like upset over a breakup or like something went down with friends or something, the music that comes out of that's gonna be really good. Um, and I feel like nowadays, people who make music are going into the studio and punching in, freestyling, which is like, it works. I've done that. But like, when you're coming from a place where you have like experiences that you can tell stories about, I feel like that brings out more genuine music that's like different from what you're hearing on the radio or what your local scene is doing because a lot of people are doing the same shit right now. But when you actually sit down and lock in, like you can make some pretty crazy shit. And I've done that. And anyone can do it. You just have to be committed, I guess. But creativity to me is just the process, not really the outcome. It's more of the process of what takes you to get to the end result that you want. But that's just me.
To you, what is art?
I feel like art is okay. This is coming from a failing college student who goes for graphic design. Um, Art is by definition. I feel like everybody has a different definition of art. When going to school, they were forcing me to like make certain like things in Illustrator and stuff, and it was just like stuff I did not like. But like I did it, but I feel like college conditions you to work a corporate job, and I feel like working in art in a corporate environment is very toxic. I feel it's not. There's like limitations. You're doing stuff for other people. So to me, back to the main question, art to me is being able to express yourself without limit and without judgment for sure because I faced a lot of that in school. And yeah, that's art.
How does creativity and art relate?
Okay, without art, there is no option to be creative, and without creativity, there's no art. If that makes sense. It's kind of simple actually. But yeah, how do they go hand in hand? You know, you can't have one without the other.
Can you show us your form of art?
Well, you're looking at it. This wall is full of designs that my friends and I have all made for the brand. So you can see that one over there. That one's for a skateboard that we're going to be coming out with eventually. This is some stuff done by the famed artist Kyoka Shiloh. And this is also done by Kyoka Shiloh for Scotty Speed, one of the best artists in this stupid city. If you can see this one, I don't know what the framing's looking like, but if you can see this one, this is a PS2 cover of myself, and yeah, I don't know, that looks cool. The thing with the stuff that I make, besides the creativity comes from emotion and the art comes from the creativity, I really do this because I just like to, and that should honestly be enough for you to do the same. So here is a poster from our first show that we did a few weeks back, and we got everybody there to sign it, which is pretty cool. This one is full of our first ever logos that we made for our Genesis drop, and they're inspired by Newport, Super Bust a Move, Dreamcast. You got How Inc. if you play Smash Bros. You got Jet Set, very good game. Um, yeah, posters, music. I've made rugs. Oh, let me go grab a rug real quick. So this is the Scotty Speed rug. Originally, I made it backwards, so I had to scrap it and redo it. But there's that rug. And this rug is the Boy Tears Teen Titans rug. And it's kind of hard to see the T, so it looks like it says boy ears. Um, I don't know. I've directed music videos before. I've made games before. Haven't seen, you know, I think I might have said this earlier, but I haven't seen the end of a game that I've made. It's really just like for the process. So I don't know if you can call this me making these or if I'm really good at talking to people overseas, but I made this tech deck for the brand. If you could see it in the light, maybe. In the light, maybe not, maybe so. If not, it's fine. It's a tech deck, we know. And then we made this lunchbox because who doesn't want a lunchbox to put your lunch in? There's nothing in it right now, but you can put stuff in it. It's a lunchbox. And I think the most important thing out of everything is not limiting yourself to what you can create. Because the moment you put a limit on what you can create, the moment you say you can't do something, the moment you just dismiss the thought in your head is, I don't know, like from my standpoint, I'm like, okay, what are you doing if you're limiting yourself like that? Because I mean, I could go make like a line of tennis clothes. I can make custom rackets. Yeah, it costs money. Money is very important in this situation, obviously, but it's possible. You can go online, you can find literally whatever you want and get it done. So just do it. I don't know. I just like creating things. Sup, my name is Daimien Burbank, and we're gonna be going through Heartbreaker. And yeah, so Heartbreaker, first quick introduction. Heartbreaker was a song that I wrote last year, 2023, and it was just a hook for about a year. But we're gonna be going through the project file, showing off each layer individually, and I'll explain a little bit of like how I recorded the song. It starts off, this is also Prod Ty, YouTube, very good producer. Definitely go use his beats. Not this one though, I bought it. Okay, so first off, let's mute the track. We have the intro vocals, which are right here. And that was actually the first thing that I recorded in the song. It just felt like that's what the song needed, honestly. There was not really much more to it than that. But then we go into the main vocals. So before we go any further into that, I know there's a lot going on in it. So we start out with the main vocal, which is this. Heartbreaker, why you got me thinking I'm in love. So I recorded that. I believe I recorded that in my mom's garage. But what's most important in this is the backing vocals, and inspiration for backing vocals is definitely The Weeknd and Brent Faiyaz, for sure. And yeah, backing vocals are very important to me because I feel like they just add a new element for vocals that you normally won't hear, I guess, anywhere else. Like, you know, you have your ad libs and stuff, but like some good backing vocals, like harmonies, early 2000s, 90s, perfect. So here are my backing vocals. I will solo out everything except that, or except the backing vocals. So it starts out. Breaker, so you got some falsetto in there, you know. Take a little run. The one Then we got the second half. That was a really good harmony. I stuck with that one through the rest of it.
Your attention, intentions.
Yeah, so you put that all together. I'll play you the acapella. Don't remix this, please. I'll sue.
Heartbreaker, why you got me thinking we're in love? She's my soul taker. You don't understand that you're the one. Oh, and I don't really get the reason that you're always coming back to hurt my feelings. Girl, I just want your attention.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite backing vocal on this. Actually, the
Attention.
It definitely is all about the rhythm. Fill in the pockets for sure. That verse, the first line in it,
Say, I'm sure about it, sure that girl got it all. Close to the cause, to the Christ in my heart, don't care for me. Shawty really don't care for me.
So that I wrote initially after I recorded the hook last year, and I sat on that verse for literally a year before I added anything else to it. Originally there was more after that, but I ended up scrapping it. And then everything else after that, except for one part, is entirely new. So you can tell on these vocals again there's a lot of backing vocals, a lot of singing backing vocals too. Even in rap, I like singing behind my rap too. I feel like it really, again, adds to the element of the vocals. But this bar over here,
No, cause you're wild and a guy. I wanna keep you in my heart like a part of me. Blood flow in my veins, stained love, clogged arteries.
that bar goes back to 2021 actually. At one of my old friends' houses, there was I don't know what beat it was. I was recording on a beat and I wrote that line, and I'm pretty sure that's like one of the hardest lines I've ever written. And I could never put it on anything that was already a finished song. So this one, it felt right, and it was definitely on brand with the topic. I feel like lyrics being on topic with the hook is very important. I feel like everybody should prioritize that in their music. But yeah, I really like this verse. It came together really nicely, very naturally, literally the night before I had this show that I was playing and I performed it. So, I don't know. It's the little things, I guess. And then you just have the hook again at the end.
And lately I've been getting sick of your apologies. Why you got me thinking we're in love? She's my soul taker. You don't understand.
And that's Heartbreaker. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite songs I've ever recorded.
What's up, guys and goddesses? It's Galaxiyah, and today I'm just going to be answering a few questions sent to me for the project called Gift of Creativity. So the first question we got here is, what is creativity? I feel like creativity is when one takes their ideas and thoughts within their imagination and bring it to the forefront of reality. Creativity can be as simple as, drawing a bunch of lines on a piece of paper and maybe coloring over it. So creativity is just one person I had to think it over, but it's when a person connect to their childhood self too, and they just have fun with whatever they are creating and are getting into, whatever they're putting their energy into. They just having fun. They're not thinking too deep about it, and they're not worrying about what someone's gonna think about it. I feel like that's creativity as well. When somebody is really diving deep into their ideas and they diving deep into their imagination, and they don't really give a fuck about how it's going to look, how the outcome is going to be, or how people are going to react to it, things of that nature. That's really when you really creating something, you really tapped in for real. So I feel like that's what creativity is. Next question is, how do you express your creativity? Well, as you all know, I'm Galaxiyah, or people know me as Galaxy, or AKA in the future Water. But I make music. I make music. I express myself with the way I dress too. I love fashion. I love to put on some clothes, get dressed down. It could be as simple as putting on a t-shirt with some baggy pants, but I still feel comfortable. I still feel good. I'm the type of person who dress based on how I feel. So if I wake up and I feel like, I just want to be comfy today because I'm feeling chill, I'm hot as fuck about that gas, I'm probably gonna put on like some comfy like this. You feel me? So that's another way I express myself through clothing, through fashion, drawing, music, things of that nature. Anything that I could just be able to show my emotions, show what's going on within me, I'll get it done. I get it done. All right, next question is, what is art? I'm gonna keep this one short and simple. Art is love, and love is within everything. If one can get inspired by it, then it's art. And for one to get inspired by it, they have to find beauty in it, and they have to be admired by it, which stems from love. So art is love, and love is within everything. Let that sink in for you. And last question is, how does creativity and art relate? Well, when one is creating, they're creating something that some people create shit they don't like though, but they are creating something that stems from their emotions. So they still, at the end of the day, are going within themselves and taking something from within and putting it out into reality. So creativity and art, it kind of go hand in hand. It's like peanut butter and jelly. I don't really got to go too deep into that. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You can't really just create and say this is not art, because art is as simple as this camera light. Somebody could take a photo, take 50 photos, and the next thing you know, somebody might want to buy that painting. Somebody could paint me sitting here, or somebody could paint this chair, and that could be art. So art and creativity, they go hand in hand, and it's all about just having fun and expressing who you are from within, expressing your soul, and not caring about what others would think, and just being vulnerable. I feel like art and creativity is about being open and being vulnerable and being able to express yourself and express who you truly are, because without art and creativity, you wouldn't be able to know who anyone was. Like that's how we express ourselves. That's how we show who we are, with the fashion, the colors, the drawings, the paintings, the music. That's how you know how a person is, or what type of vibe or energy a person on. It's based on all of that. So art and creativity, it does. These questions got me thinking. Like, it really do play a big part in life, and it makes life beautiful. Without art, life would be dull. Life would be dull. But that is all the questions that I got for the project of Gift of Creativity. I hope you guys enjoy this project. This project is going to be created with a lot of love and a lot of genuine souls. So you guys pay attention to what all of these souls have to say. And most importantly, I hope you guys learn from it, transcend from it, and most importantly, take it with you wherever you go. Because this is the project of Gift of Creativity. See ya.
Creativity is a way of expression through art, poetry, writing. There's so many ways to be creative. I mean, it doesn't even have to include like what people may typically think of, like painting, but just the way you go about life. Art, my definition, um, that's something that I'm still learning. Like this year, I've really started to realize how art is literally anything that you can perceive as art. Like when I go to the hospital now, I'm always looking at the way, like the paint colors that are chosen and the different types of paintings that they display throughout the hospital to convey certain feelings. or I just look at the architectural design of buildings. I feel like that's art. Nature is art. And this is art as well. I know a lot of people, whenever I ask them if they like to paint, they say, no, I'm not really good. And I always say there's no such thing because I feel like just being able to create something is. I look around at these pieces that I've created. Um, this was just me getting out of my comfort zone with art. And that takes courage when you're used to doing it one way, but I decided to use a different material to create texture. This one is related to a very nice memory I have with someone I love. And this one, I just call this a hug. But creativity is how I was able to make my memories and ideas into something that other people can view and enjoy. And creativity is the reason why I can consider myself an artist because of all the things that I've created.
To you, what is creativity?
I think creativity is being able to express yourself through any medium that you choose, getting your point across as well as you can.
How do you express your creativity?
I do many things. I do graphic design. I make music, produce vocals. Just picked up guitar a while back. Um, Anything really that I can get in there, mess around with it, like image wise, audio, anything like that. I'm here to mess with it. I love it.
To you, what is art?
Art is expression. No other way to put it.
How does creativity relate to art?
Um, those two things go hand in hand because you being creative and trying to make an art piece, this is an original idea coming from your mind. This is something that you've never seen from anybody else ever. And if you can execute the idea in your mind well enough on paper and get it to, the right people, then you could probably do something crazy with it.
Can you show us your form of art?
Um, yeah, I can show you one thing. The most recent thing I got made. Ears, chest logo. Very comfortable. I've been trying to get into fashion lately.
Do you have any closing remarks for the people related to your gift of creativity?
I think you need to be consistent and try not to worry about everybody's opinion on something that you yourself are trying to do. You're doing this for you in the end. Everything else that comes with it is a bonus. You shouldn't be worried about anything except getting your idea out there. Yo, Taro Kai, doing a beat breakdown. I haven't even named this yet. It's something I made recently. It's a jungle beat. I'm making an EP for a video I'm going to be releasing in the near future. Here's a sample I found. Drums come in. Sounds pretty cool. Come over to here for the like a bridge part.
Anyway, nothing can happen till you swing the bat.
Pretty nice. This next section is getting towards the end of it. It's all just in the drums with these kinds of things, but it's nice, it's real smooth. Those are two Fooly Cooly voice clips that I decided to throw in. There's going to be a lot of that theming going on in this EP. But that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. First question to you: what is creativity?
Creativity is a form of expressing yourself in however fashion you want to, whether that be art, music, shit, you be riding your skateboard, whatever I feel like you feel on the inside, and the way you express it is creativity. You know, it's a feeling. So you might get some.
How do you express your creativity?
So the way I express my creativity, I express it on mic. So however I'm feeling that day, I'm gonna say it, whether it's good or bad. So that's how I express mine.
What is art?
Art is just a form of I feel like it's more so it could be a feeling, it could be a thing you may see like on the side of the road or something, or just your perception. I feel like that's art. It could be a thing or a person, or maybe a unique idea that you have that you want to get out, and you express it with your creativity. And I feel like that could be art. So, I feel like they coexist with each other. So art, creativity, they go hand in hand with each other. So whatever art that you may have is a form of your creativity. Whatever creativity you have is a form of your art. There we go. I feel like everybody has a gift. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a calling. Mine's is stunting, but everybody is capable of doing something great in this life. Everybody has something that they are blessed with eternally, externally. And I feel like that we all are designed to do something great, and you have to go out and act on it, chase it, whether that be music, painting, or just being a public speaker. You have to really find who you are within your environment and within yourself. And I feel like everybody has it and everybody's capable of it. And you have to let that shine throughout your life, because you are your light and the world is your canvas. So